crank man on dick.
What's going on, everybody? This is your good fella, Young T Bell. I'm still Young T Bell. Don't let the age of 30 fool you. I'm still gonna be going by Young T Bell because I done established that name. If you can have all these young lil rappers, I'm still gonna be Young T Bell. Don't get it twisted, baby. Thank you for tuning in to the Man Training Podcast. I'm so glad you returned. What's changed since the last time? 30 now. Celebrated my birthday this past weekend. Had a great weekend. Hope you checked out my vlog. If all goes according to plan, it should be posting right now. And hopefully you'll all be able to check it out and enjoy the blessings that my wife blessed me with that I was able to celebrate and tune in and enjoy. Okay? So I got a question to kick off this episode. When is going to be the right time? When is going to be the perfect time? When? When you going to do it? When you going to get to it? When is the time going to be right? That can apply for anything. The reason I asked that question is I was talking to my wife and she was like, you started writing your movie script. So before quarantine started, I was writing a movie. I was going to write the movie. And then I asked all the people, had all my actors. I was going to reach out to all the people for film locations and had all that worked out. And we was going to do this big movie premiere last year, right? COVID hit. And then I kind of put it on the back burner because I was like, man, folks ain't trying to get around each other like that. And even if I did film the movie, with all the COVID restrictions and trying to get out. And even if I want to do my premiere, wouldn't have been able to do it like I wanted to because people couldn't gather like that. They was doing maximum 50 people gathering and all that kind of stuff. So I really put the movie on the back burner. I had the script, did one draft, and after that, COVID was kind of the excuse I used not to go back and do my redrafts and all my revisions and stuff. So I really haven't looked at the script in a year, honestly. So Joy was the other day. She was like, "So you started writing your movie? When you gonna finish it? When you gonna make all your revisions? When you gonna get back to it?" Because before I put it down, I was like, "Man, I got all these great ideas. I can do this. I can do this. The story can go this way." And the other day, she was just like, "Okay, you put it down," and I was just like, "Yeah," because one, I can't do the premiere like I wanted to. I was gonna do this big extravagant premiere. We was gonna premiere with a bunch of our friends and family. And she was just like, "So what's your excuse now for why you ain't, working on the script?" And I was just like, because, gotta be trying to focus on the kids, trying to take care of the house. And, I can't really leave and be away. Because if I go film the movie, I'd be going hours at a time because I'm going at least 4-5 hours to film, to make it happen. And she was like, "Okay, well, what they got to do with you, writing the script?" And I was just like, "Well, I just really don't be having no time." She was like, "Well, when is there ever going to be the right time? Even though you got the kids and, you working and you're trying to take care of the house and then you're trying to do Rakia's media stuff." She was like, "You might just have to take 10, 15 minutes at a time and, get to it when you can, but make some kind of progress instead of just not doing nothing at all." So it got me to thinking again, okay, the crazy part is she's right because I've sat on it for a year. I could have been done with the script. So now it's like when the opportunity if it was to present itself now where I could get it filmed, now I'm still back at step one because I still got to go back and make revisions. So I probably really need 2 or 3 more drafts, get a few more eyes on it, let Joy read it again and, put it together that way. But now I'm kind of behind. Well, I am behind because I waited until now to finally start thinking about maybe I should get back to it. So I'm getting back into the mindset to get back to my movie. Not making excuses with COVID, but I'm just going to try and get to it when I can get to it. If it's 15 minutes here, an hour here, because I'm the type of dude that, my gears got to get going. It take me an hour to get going, my creative juices. And once they start flowing, they flowing. But it's I don't want to force it, but also I don't want to keep using COVID as an excuse not to be productive with it. So I'm finally finna start back getting to my movie so I can hopefully within the next year or two get it filmed. But that's why I asked that question for you. What is it in your life that you are telling yourself this isn't the right time, timing is just off, I'm gonna have to put it off for another time. Y'all remember I did that video a while ago, probably a month or so ago. I was like, you have everything you need, or using everything, whatever you have to make the best product that you have. This can go hand in hand with that. A lot of people say, "Oh, I would start a business, but I need an office space." Okay, you could need to use your business for office space, but what about your dining room? Oh, I would get married, but I don't have a stable job. Let me tell you something, Playboy. I asked Joy to marry me when I was fresh. I wasn't even out of college yet. I was still in college, hadn't graduated yet. I know a lot of people looked at me crazy, like, you ain't got a job yet. How you gonna take care of your family? I was like, we ain't getting married tomorrow. So when I get married, we got it planned out. We probably was engaged for maybe like a year and a half, but that wasn't because, I was still in school. I wanted to finish school and, be able to, cause I was in Carrollton at West Georgia, and she was, she had her own place and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, okay, I gotta finish with school. If I don't do nothing else, finish with school, because I don't want that to be a distraction, because wedding planning can be a son of a, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't want to be doing all that. So a lot of people, yeah, how you gonna provide for your wife? Blah, 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 blah. I was like, I'm still gonna get married. So let me, Playboy, to the fellas, if you want to marry that girl, what excuses are you telling yourself that's keeping you from asking her to marry you? Is it a job? If you say you don't feel ready, well, if you feel like you're not ready, stop wasting her time, so the man that really want to marry her can marry her. Don't take up no more of her time. Don't waste your time. If you feel like you're not ready because you feel like you got some other stuff to accomplish, you feel like you ain't sold your oats yet, stop wasting her time. Go on out there and do whatever you feel like you need to do, because time is short. Life is short. You would be mad. Joy would have been PO'd if I would have been like, yeah, so I graduated college yet now, and we've been dating for like a year and a half, but I want to travel the world. Oh, no, you're not finna travel the world. You're going to marry me. But no, she didn't pressure me to marry her, but I wanted to marry her. She let me know the day I was going to propose. She was like, it's no rush. I understand, you're trying to get stuff done. I was like, bet, now I don't feel pressured. And she gave me that comfort to let me know, when you're ready, let me know. And I felt good about it. So whatever situation is going on in your life, what's stopping you from doing whatever you're trying to do? You don't want to start this. You don't want to get this new job because you say, oh, I don't want to get this job because I don't like the people that's there or whatever, but the money is good. Well, what's stopping you from getting your money? You not wanting to be around these folks? Like, we always have an excuse not to do something. Or I don't want to buy a house because I don't feel like this the right time in the market. Well, houses ain't doing nothing but going up. And the longer you wait, the more expensive it's going to be. Oh, I don't want to buy a car because, I'm trying to save up a little bit more money. Okay, if you got the money now, you can pay for the insurance. Okay, I mean, when is going to be the right time to buy it? Like, when is going to be the right time to do these things? Why we keep making excuses? Like, one of my boys just bought him a house. He was kind of like finna talk himself out of it because the price wasn't what it was at first. But I mean, God worked it out so he could get the house he wanted. And, had he been like, I don't want to do this because timing ain't right, he might still, have been in the place where he was before he bought this house. But I mean, you just got to tell yourself, okay, my timing, God's timing is one thing, but a lot of times we make all these kind of excuses. We might either put it off on God, or we might make an excuse like, oh, this is not the right time to do it. Let me tell you something. You want to start that business, but you got to get the LLC first. Even if you don't have the LLC, get all the documents and all that kind of stuff in order before you got to start the business before you start the business. You got to see it before you see it. You got to do it before you do it. It's all about momentum. Ooh, that was a tough word. It's all about momentum. Getting the ball rolling. How you going to say you want to do something if you ain't at least taking the first step towards getting that done? A lot of times people will talk themselves out of something because they say they aren't ready. They don't have everything they need. Like, I started Rocky Hills Media when we was living in our little townhouse. And I had to leave my equipment. This is a true story. I had to leave my equipment at my parents' house because we didn't have enough space in the townhouse. So anytime I would go do a job, I would have to leave my townhouse, go to my parents' house, load up, go to the job, film the job, then go back to my parents' house. Let me tell you something. When we bought our first house, my dad was like, all right, how much space is it? couple thousand square feet, bet. Take all the stuff out of my basement and put it in your house. You got space now. But I mean, that's just what it was. You know, I just had to make it do what it did. I had to start the business, but I mean, it wasn't the easiest, the most convenient. But now it's like, okay, I did it. Now what's the next step? Like, even with the toilet video, I could have been like, oh, I'm scared to take on the toilet. This ain't the right time because I don't know what I'm doing. Well, when is going to be the right time to get to it? It's never going to be a right time. You have to make the time work for you. Now, some stuff that's bigger than you and, you know, you got to wait on God, but it's a lot of stuff in your life that you can get done yourself. Stop waiting on everybody's approval to do something. Yeah, the timing don't seem perfect. Yeah, the situation don't look better. It don't look right. But when the time gonna be right for you? When it's gonna be perfect? When are the stars gonna align to make it work for you in your situation? Or are you just gonna take life by the horns and say, I'm gonna make this work for me? It might not be pretty at first. It might not look like it's how it's supposed to look right now, but I'm going to take this situation and make the best of it and make it work for the best I can. Think about that. What in your life are you telling yourself this isn't the right time? Timing ain't right. Timing is off. We just missed each other. That's all I got to say. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Man Training Podcast. I have been your man T-Bell. And let's stop making excuses for whether the timing ain't right. I know, Tyler, you got to get back to your script. Me and Joy, we trying to get this stuff together so we can get this influencer journey over. So, Joy, I'm challenging you. When the time going to be right, don't be making, I know you've been tired, baby. I'm tired with you. But we got to do this thing to make sure we get to where we trying to go. All right. Till next time. I never know what number video this is, but of course, until the next time, until you get to the next episode of the Man Trainer Podcast, this is your 30-year-old T-Bell, young T-Bell. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Go be great.